Jim Parsons spent 12 seasons playing one of the most beloved characters in television history. He won 4 Emmys, a Golden Globe, and earned a paycheck that made him the highest-paid actor on American TV for 4 consecutive years. And according to him, he was miserable through most of it. That's not the kind of thing you expect to hear from someone who, by every visible measure, had it all. But in a candid interview in July 2026, Parsons said plainly that he wouldn't return to that version of himself for any amount of money. He described a man constantly bracing for collapse, someone who kept dozens of plates spinning in the air and genuinely believed that if one fell, everything would come crashing down with it. What looked like discipline from the outside, he now recognizes as something far more compulsive, an inability to trust that good things could simply stay. To understand where that came from, you have to go back to April 29, 2001. Parsons was 28, still auditioning for parts he wasn't getting, when his father Milton died in a car accident at 52. His father never saw a single moment of his son's success. Not one Emmy, not one episode of The Big Bang Theory. 6 years later, Parsons finally booked the role that changed everything. Then, in 2018, while the show was still one of the most watched on television, Parsons turned 46 and quietly did the math. His father had died at 52. That meant he was exactly 6 years younger than his father had been at the end. So he asked himself a question most people spend their lives avoiding. If he only had 6 years left, would he spend another season as Sheldon Cooper? His answer was no. He took that reasoning to the show's producers before telling his own castmates, a decision that reportedly blindsided people he'd stood beside for over a decade. Walking away wasn't the end of grief finding him on set. In 2025, while filming the Hulu series Mid-Century Modern alongside Nathan Lane, Matt Bomer, and Linda Lavin passed away suddenly at 87 with just 3 episodes left to film. She had reportedly told the writers beforehand not to shy away from the truth if something happened to her. So they honored that, writing her real death into the story, using words that echoed what she had actually said to her husband in her final moments. Parsons was on set weeks later, performing scripted grief while carrying the real thing. Through all of it, his father's death, his years of hiding his identity, the fear of being outed before he was ready, the loss of a dog during the show's final season, an injury that left him describing those days as standing at the edge of a cliff. He kept showing up, kept performing, kept appearing calm. Now 53, 1 year older than his father ever got to be, Parsons calls everything beyond that age bonus time. Not a metaphor, a genuine framework for how he moves through the world now. He said he has nothing left to prove, that he only wants work that actually brings him joy, and that no offer on earth would get him back into Sheldon Cooper's cardigan. The real story was never about a sitcom. It was about a man who spent decades treating his own life like something he might lose at any moment, until he finally decided to start living it instead. If this resonated with you, leave a like and subscribe for more stories worth knowing.